Sorry about that. I had to turn off my brother's alarm. It's about to be 10 in the morning and still no sign of him getting out of the bed. Anyways, what is going on, YouTube? My consistency with YouTube has not been the best. That's okay. I've been busy with my actual business. And yeah, it's just been kind of tough to balance out like making the YouTube videos, working, editing them, and also enjoying my life. But just enjoying the quarantine, spending time with the family, hanging out on the weekends. It's just been tough. Just to give you an idea, this is my agenda this week. It's filled up starting like 4 a.m. all the way to like 9 p.m. and I either have a car in a day or two, or I got a meeting or whatnot. And funny because we're in quarantine, so normally I wouldn't be that busy, but anyways, that's the case. So for today's video, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna actually take you guys with me today. I'm gonna go wash a car with my cousin. It's a maintenance wash, and I'll figure out the topic as I go along the way. Just share some experience from my business perspectives and business life. And if this helps you, please consider hitting the subscribe button or like it, give a comment. And yeah, so I made the coffee because I had a friend who wanted me to make the coffee. I feel like maybe he wanted me to do the entire process, make a nice video, just pouring the cups of beads of coffee and then pouring the water. I didn't have time to do that today. I didn't. I'm sorry. But for sure next week, on next week's video, I will make the coffee from scratch. And but yeah, that's my coffee for today. So let's go. I ended up getting a call. So yeah, I'm gonna try to make this quick. I'm gonna just try to get it over with. Try to make it short and simple. So I wanted to discuss the biggest benefit you get from a business, and I'm just gonna use my dad as an example. And please keep in mind, if you love your job, keep it. I'm not saying that working for someone is wrong or anything like that. I want you to look at the overall main point that I'm trying to get at, so this doesn't happen to you. My dad was working for a company since he was like 20 years old. He was very young, and he started working there. And he started way back then when the minimum was at like $3, and he ended up making his way to $20 an hour, which was it was amazing. And he did really great. And we had sort of I guess a comfortable, secure weekly check from my dad, and he was the bread giver. He was the bread maker for my family, and that was cool and everything. I started getting older, and by the time I was like 20, literally all my whole life, that literally fed me, because his job, whatever he got, he would give to me, food, sports, soccer, if I needed books for school, whatever I needed, my dad would provide. That was amazing. The one thing that was a downside was his future. Was it certain what was going to happen? There were some complications, issues, whatever, that ended up happening in the business. And my dad ended up being accused of something that he didn't do. And they had cameras, and they didn't want to go about it and look at the cameras and, whatever the case. And my dad, at the end of the day, and he told us, they were accusing me of stealing, but the items that I was accused of stealing, I can't fit them anywhere. I live in this apartment. I don't have anywhere to go. Where am I going to take those big piles of inventory that they're saying that I'm stealing? And at the end of the day, that really wasn't anything that my dad stole. And so my dad ended up getting fired. And he got fired, and that was it. In the bank, he probably had maybe like $500, but that was probably going to the rent. And he had very few in his name. There was nothing he had. And he gave this company his all for 20 straight years, or I don't even know how many years. But at the end of the day, he got fired, and he had no money. And the other thing that he had was he had no time, He didn't know how to live life comfortably. All he was doing was working. He would wake up 6 in the morning and come 4 in the afternoon, and then in the afternoons, if he had time, if he wasn't tired, he would take me to the park. And I think that one of the biggest benefits you get from a business is there's so many things, but I'm just gonna give you one thing that's a really real big benefit, and I've spoken about this before. Is it's your time. You can't get your time back. My dad can't go back and go, you know what? I know you guys fired me, but give me my 20 years back. It's over. 20 years he lost. 20 years he didn't make money. 20 years he didn't invest. 20 years of him working for someone else. 20 years of him making very little money. And I'm only 22 years old. I've been working for, other companies here and there, and I loved it. I'm not gonna say I didn't. There was nothing wrong. I was able to, thank God I was able to make my schedule, and these companies appreciated me going to school, and it was great for me. It was a stepping stone for me for my next step, and right now I'm actually living my next step, which is starting my small business. But the biggest thing that you can get in life with a business is your time. I mean, there's nothing better than having time in your hands. Right now during quarantine, a lot of people are either working a lot or not working at all. And those that are working a lot have money, but they don't have time to spend it because they're working a lot. And then there's others who have no job and also have no money. Now, yeah, I could be wrong. There's other cases. I'm just speaking general. Like, it's just a general thing. I hope you understand what I'm saying overall, but that's the biggest thing that you can never get back. And I hope, honestly, that this video helps you in a way. I mean, if you have a job, you're working on 9 to 5, there's nothing wrong with it. Keep it. My only recommendation would be at least start a side hustle, at least start a business where you can make your own income. And if in the future case, you get fired, hopefully you are ready and set to go because you have a side hustle, you have a business, and you don't have to worry about, oh man, I don't have money, oh man, they fired me. No, they fired you, you have a business, let's move forward. And this has happened during the quarantine. A lot of people have been laid off. And what do they have? They don't have any businesses on the side. They don't have anything to bring income. Guys, I'm just saying this to help. Don't take it the wrong way. It happened to my dad. It didn't really happen to me. I worked 3 years for local companies here and there. I loved it. But at the end of the day, I left. And I was actually starting to lose time. And I wasn't, making enough money. But now things are different. I have time. There's money. And I think the biggest thing that I said from a business that you can receive when you start making a great income is the time. And you can never get time back. I'll make a video next week making the coffee first. And I'll bring another topic. Take care. See you then.